You don't have bad energy, you have bad thinking patterns. And your energy doesn't just drop out of nowhere. It drops every time your mind spirals into the same loop again and again. We all have those moments where everything on the outside seems fine, but inside your thoughts won't stop. You're rethinking what you said 2 days ago. You're running imaginary arguments. You're stuck in what-if mode. And no matter how much you try to think your way out, it just pulls you deeper. That was Layla's story. She was the kind of person who did everything right. Journaling, meditating, trying to stay positive. But by noon each day, she felt completely drained. Not physically, mentally. She'd sit down to work and suddenly she was lost in a swirl of thoughts. Thoughts about her past. Thoughts about how she sounded in a conversation. Thoughts about things that hadn't even happened yet. She couldn't focus. She couldn't feel clear. And worst of all, she started blaming herself. Why can't I think differently? Why can't I control this? But one day, in a moment of rare clarity, she caught it. It wasn't the thoughts themselves that were draining her. It was the loop, the repeated rhythm of fear, tension, and reactivity. Her nervous system wasn't reacting to reality. It was reacting to a loop her mind had rehearsed 1,000 times before. And once she saw that, she stopped trying to outthink it and started interrupting it. She began to breathe differently, to pause, to sit in the stillness between thoughts, just long enough to choose a new frequency, and everything began to shift. This video isn't just about overthinking. It's about how to reclaim your energy by changing the pattern of your thoughts, because clarity doesn't come from controlling your mind. It comes from learning how to step outside the loop and tune your mind to something higher. Let's talk about what a thought loop actually is and why it drains so much of your energy. A thought loop is a mental pattern that repeats itself automatically. It's like a track your mind keeps running even when you want to stop. You wake up feeling fine, and then one old thought triggers a spiral. You don't choose to go down that road. It's like your brain is already halfway there before you even notice. And here's the thing, this isn't just mental, it's energetic. Every thought you have creates a real impact on your nervous system. When you think a stressful thought, your body responds with tension. Your breath shortens, your muscles brace, the fight or flight system lights up, even if there's no danger at all. Now imagine that happening hundreds of times a day, little loops of stress playing on repeat. It's no wonder you feel tired, foggy, disconnected. This is why overthinking can feel more exhausting than physical work, because you're spending your energy in places that give you nothing back. But here's where it gets powerful. Your thoughts aren't just draining you, they're tuning you. Thoughts are frequencies. They carry an emotional charge. And every time you repeat a thought, you're reinforcing a frequency pattern in your body. Low-frequency thoughts feel like fear, regret, tension, control. High-frequency thoughts feel like gratitude, peace, possibility, flow. You've felt this before, when one anxious thought leads to more, and when one clear, powerful insight lifts your entire state. So the question isn't, how do I stop thinking? The real question is, what frequency am I thinking from? This is something ancient traditions understood long before neuroscience caught up. In yogic science, the mind is seen as a current, a stream of prana or life force shaped by thought. Monks didn't try to stop thoughts. They trained their awareness to recognize the vibration of a thought and let it pass, without attaching to it. Because when you stop feeding a low-frequency loop, it dissolves. Modern science supports this too. The default mode network, the part of your brain linked to self-talk and rumination, gets quieter in stillness, breathwork, and meditation. That's not just calming, it's repatterning. You're giving your brain a new rhythm to follow, one that's not based in survival, but in clarity. And this is what most people miss. You can't outthink a thought loop. You have to change your state. That's why breath, stillness, and awareness are more powerful than affirmations alone. Because they don't just talk over the loop, they break it. They give your nervous system something new to feel. And once your body feels a different frequency, your mind follows. You don't need to become a master of your mind. You just need to learn how to tune it. Because when your thinking changes frequency, your energy, emotions, and reality shift with it. Now that you understand how thought loops work and how they affect your energy, let's talk about how to break them. This practice is simple. You don't need a quiet room. You don't need 30 minutes. You just need 3 breaths. It's called the 3-breath reset, and it's designed to help you shift your mental frequency in real time, right when the loop starts to pull you in. Here's how it works. Step 1. Pause. Take 1 full breath in through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. That breath is your pattern interrupt. It sends a signal to your nervous system that you're safe, that you're not being chased, that this is not a crisis. You've already slowed the momentum. Step 2. Name the emotion. Ask yourself, what feeling is this thought feeding? Fear? Control? Shame? Say it silently or out loud. This is fear. This is doubt. This is frustration. This step is powerful because naming the emotion separates you from the loop. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. Step 3. Take your third breath, and this time as you inhale, gently redirect your awareness to a high-frequency anchor. That might be a memory of peace, a feeling of gratitude, the sound of your own breath, the image of light, of calm, of possibility. Let that become your new baseline. You're not fighting the spiral anymore. You've simply changed the channel. Now, just pause, breathe naturally for a moment, and notice what shifted. The spiral may not be gone, but you're no longer in it. You're standing outside it, grounded in awareness. And from here, you get to choose your next thought. This is the difference between reacting and restoring. You're no longer letting your brain loop unconsciously. You're showing it how to reset, and that's the key. You don't have to silence the mind. You just have to change its rhythm. Every time you do this, your mental field becomes more stable. Your thoughts get lighter, your energy gets clearer, and the loop, it loses its grip. You can do this reset in the middle of traffic, during a difficult conversation, or when you wake up already overwhelmed. It takes less than a minute, but it can change your entire day. If your thoughts have been looping, if your energy has felt foggy, scattered, or anxious, it's not because you're broken. It's because no one ever taught you how to reset your mental frequency. We live in a world that rewards overstimulation, that teaches us to think harder, do more, and push through. But clarity doesn't come from force. It comes from rhythm. And once you learn how to change the rhythm of your thoughts, you start to reclaim your power. This is what we explore more deeply in the Fibonacci free guide inside. You'll get practical tools you can use right away to calm spiraling thoughts, rewire your energy field, and shift into higher frequency thinking that supports focus, clarity, and peace. If this video spoke to you, that guide is the next step. It's free, simple, and designed for the real world, not just the meditation cushion. And remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the one who chooses which ones to feed. This is how you stop looping. This is how you rise.